Hey guys, it's Mr. S, and today I want to talk about stand-up work versus sitting down work. So, recently we've been told to stay at home, and if you're a student, you are staying at home and doing your work or your courses or classes that you have, like through the computers or through papers and, those homework kind of things. If you have a job, you've been staying at home and doing the work from phone, online chats, online video calls, conferences, things like that, right? But sometimes you've been staying at home and you feel like, oh, I'm just so sleepy today. I'm just kind of tired today. Just can't focus today. Especially you've been going to the work, you've been going to the school, and that was the routine. But now you are staying at home all the time. You feel like it's like weekend every day, except you have work to do and you have to control yourself. So what I would like to recommend is to work stand up instead of sitting down. Now there are pros and cons, good things and bad things about standing up work, so I want to introduce that first. And here are the pros and cons of stand up work. Now this might not be only, there might be more, but I'm just gonna show a couple. So first thing is, when you stand up and work, you don't feel too comfortable. Like if you're sitting down, it's easy for you to be like relaxed, sit back, or even if you're staying at sofa or bed, just feel comfortable. But instead, if you're standing up, you won't feel that comfortable compared to sitting down. So it might increase your focus level because you want to finish that stuff done, right? Movement, you will be able to move easier. Like right now, I'm standing up and doing this. I can like move around a little bit, just a little bit, I can stretch, and it also helps you to stay awake. If you're sitting down, it's easy for you to go to sleep because you have a desk on front of you and you can just go like this. But if you're standing up, unless you sleep standing up, it's going to be hard for you to sleep while you're standing up. And those are some of the pros, good things about standing up work. On the other hand, if you're not used to it, especially, you can get physically tired. Also, you might not have an equipment. You might have a desk, but you don't have those stand-up desks that, that came out a few years ago. But those are cons of the stand-up work. And like I said, there might be more pros and cons to it. And one of the solutions to the cons, especially if you can get easily tired, is to start with short length of time. Like start with 10 minutes, then sit down, take a break, or just like maybe you can do 10 minutes of standing up, 10 minutes of sitting down, 10 minutes of standing up, or you can do 20 minutes interval. But maybe you can do 30 minutes, take a break, those 5-6 minutes, and then come back, stand up again. What I want to recommend is to start with short amount of time and then increase as you go. Once you get used to it, you can be like, you can work for like 90 minutes and then break, And another solution, the second con that I introduced was the desk, the equipment. However, you don't really need to have those stand-up desks, nor you don't have to have additional attachments to the desk you already have. I don't have a stand-up desk, and I didn't buy any additional attachments to the desks that I have. Sorry, there was someone outside, so I was just like, oop, anyway. So here's the example and I want to show how I'm doing this stand-up work. I have a drawer and I have a storage box, and that's all I'm using. That is all I'm using. Two things, drawer and a storage box. So over here, if you look at the picture, this round thing is the drawer. I put the clothes in, and this is the storage box, and I have some materials that I can use for my work. And on top, I have a computer. Now, it doesn't have to be a computer. I can have a book and I can read. I also have a stepper right here at the bottom, and I often use this to walk, not like walk, but push the pedals, just kind of walk at this position so I can have some movements. So, and this pretty much works, especially this storage box. I can just adjust the height as however I want to, so that it fits my height. So I just want to, before I say the conclusion, before I go to the next one, I just want to mention this few things. Take a break when you get tired. You don't have to start 1 hour, 1 hour standing up and you just feel, oh my gosh, I have a backache or something. You don't have to do that. Just take a break when you get tired, okay? It's not recommending to stand up all the time. I'm not recommending to stand up all the time. However, not recommended to sit down all the time though. So I'm not saying to stand up and work all the time. I will say sitting down all the time is not good for your body, but I will say standing up all the time is not good for your body, I promise. It's like I said at the first one, this first bullet, take a break when you get tired. And then go back to your work. When you get tired, your focus level goes down. That means it's going to take a while for you to finish your task. That's not efficient, that's not really smart. Take a break when you get tired and then go back to your work. And the last thing is kind of related to these two, but let the blood flow so that you won't get tired. And to do that, move. And the way I do it is to use the stepper and push the pedals, and that's how I move. And the last thing is inside a classroom. And I don't have anything in here, but in the classroom, students sit down on the desk, on the chair, and they write on the desk. And yeah, that's how I've been doing. That's how I was as a student and as a teacher. But I've been seeing, and I do have moments where I think, how can I make students move around? But without those chaos things happening. And one thing I would, or actually two, that I want to recommend is to have if you're a teacher, have a gallery walk, which students walk around the classroom, and inside the classroom, there are instructions or problems to solve, and students walk around and go to each stations and solve that problem or look at those instructions. And I do like the gallery walk because students can move around instead of just sitting down all the time. And also, since like I said, standing up, walking around, they have movement, their blood is going to flow, their brain is going to work, instead of sitting down and be just kind of like this and someone's kind of go sleeping, That's why I want to recommend having gallery walk, and also have a stand-up desk station at the back or the left and right of the classroom, so that when students get tired or when students are like sleepy, they go stand up and go to that place, and then listen to the instruction or whatever. Right. So today I've introduced stand-up work. Now I did focus on standing up versus. No, I focused on standing up, and I did not mention about sitting down. However, like I said, if you get tired standing up all the time, you should sit down and take a break. If you are tired sitting down, if you're tired sitting down, you should stand up and move. That's what I think. That's how I think. Right? So that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please, if you like it, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe my channel. And please check out other videos that I've posted. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.